Hi, this is Laura Whitmore with Acoustic Nation, and I'm here today with Sarah and Charlotte Command of the Command Sisters.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. We're great.
Welcome to New York.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you guys are from Canada.
Yes, we are.
Edmonton, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your background and how you started playing and just the quick sort of rundown.
Well, it all kind of happened really organically. My mom wanted to put us in a hobby, so it was soccer, skating, and then piano.
Something fun to do that we would enjoy, maybe.
Yeah, so we just started with classical piano, and then it naturally evolved to guitar, and then I picked up the mandolin because it was small for me, so I wouldn't have to have this big guitar when I was young. And then my sister always really liked writing songs from a young age and poetry, and so just all came together. And since we lived in the same house, we were like, might as well sing together than separate. So
it just kind of worked out.
Yeah.
It felt natural. It all really evolved naturally, and yeah.
And it seems like your parents have been very supportive of your art.
That is true, yeah.
Which is
it's
really nice.
really amazing having supportive parents. I couldn't imagine, especially when you're so young, it's amazing to have that support that lets you know that it's okay to do something that seems a little different if you love it, you know what I mean? So it's really been great.
Yeah.
And tell me also about your sort of guitar playing, because you've gotten a lot more into guitar, I guess, than perhaps we have.
Yeah, when I was younger, I'm not really sure why, I just kind of gravitated towards me. When I first started learning, I jumped towards solos versus chords right away. I'm not sure why. It's just something that I really digged and I really liked, and it was fun. And then when I was younger, my dad got this little amp, and it had all these different sounds on it, and it had distortion on it. And then I was 10 or 11, and I was like, this is so cool. I'm like a rocker. I love it.
And she was really inspired by other guitar players like Joe Satriani and lots of really cool Orianthi and stuff.
We saw in the Michael Jackson movie, and I was just like, wow.
I think it really just struck her. It was just something that she loved for a long time. Yeah.
So. That's awesome. See? Being loud, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
The neighbors don't think so.
It's okay. We don't have to worry about the neighbors. So you guys won a contest from the John Lennon songwriting people. Tell me a little bit about that and what happened next.
Yeah.
When you did.
So I think it was about November 2013, and I entered this John Lennon songwriting contest. And I had heard about it for a long time. I just had never tried, really. And it just looked cool. It was a part of the contest, and the prize was to perform at NAMM, which we had heard about and just thought it was so cool. And so we entered, and we found out that we would be going. And so in January last year, we ended up going to NAMM, and that was so amazing because we'd never been to anything like that before. It's in LA, the weather's awesome. You're around so many musicians, and they all love guitar and they love the gear, and it was really inspiring and really cool. And so that opened up a lot of doors for us. We started working with somebody from the John Lennon Songwriting Contest, Matthew, and that's why we're here in New York. And so it really opened up a lot of doors for us, and that was so cool.
And then that same year, you guys played at the She Rocks Awards.
Yeah,
we met
you.
Fun.
Which was so much fun and really cool what they're doing.
We're so thankful, that we got to do that. That was amazing. The She Rocks Awards are so cool.
A lot of talent, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's so great to see women just rocking it,
Yeah, girl power.
Yeah, really fun.
Great.
So tell me, since then, what have you guys been? What have you been up to?
Wow, so kind of a mixture between a lot of shows. We did a lot of touring over the summer, which was nice. We did some recording in Ojai, California, which was really nice. And
we were in PEI and Toronto a couple times for some country festivals, which is interesting because we're doing pop here and some country there, and so that was really fun. And we did the CCMAs, which is kind of like the CMAs in Canada. And then we've been here in New York.
They play country in Canada?
Yes.
Oh, lots of country, yeah.
So I hear that you guys went to China this year. Tell me a little bit about that trip and what you were doing there.
It's crazy. We sang at the Shanghai International Music Festival, which was an amazing opportunity. It was in October, and basically Canada was the feature country this year. So they had a lot of different countries that went, but for Canada, they brought a wide range of different, cultural arts and whatnot. So they brought Winnipeg Ballet went, Montreal Symphony, and then they decided to bring us.
Sisters.
Awesome. So we were there for just under a week, and we did about 6 shows in 4 days. So it was very go, but so much fun.
We played at universities for a lot of like young kids, and that was really cool. And the cool thing about being there was that we could see that no matter if you're like all the way across the world, everybody just loves music, even if they can't understand what you're saying, if you're singing in a different language. And so that was really eye-opening and inspiring to connect with a completely different culture, and they all just love music.
We actually had a little girl that loved our song so much she videotaped it when she saw it, and she's like 6, 7 years old, so absolutely adorable. Doesn't speak hardly any English, but what she did was she videotaped our song, learned it in English, sent it to us, and was like, "Hi, come on, sisters," and she sang like the whole song, like perfect English. It was like amazing.
Awesome. I guess she just learned the sounds.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
crazy.
You got a fan for life there.
She was nice.
It was so cute.
So now you're here in New York. What are you guys been doing here in Big Apple?
We've been doing a lot in New York. It's been a really fun and busy trip. We've been here for 2 weeks. We've been doing photo shoots, video shoots, just kind of revamping everything and co-writing and some other things that we can't quite announce yet, but you know how that is. But it's been really exciting. We've been connecting with completely different kinds of artists and music that we never thought we'd kind of get into. And it's really exciting because we've been kind of writing in different styles. So we're really excited to see what comes out of it.
And you guys planning to release some of your own stuff?
Really soon.
Soon.
Yes.
It's soon, yes. We've kind of been going through something the last few years where it's like, you know, you record and then you're like, is this right? You know, you want to get it perfect. And so I think we're just coming up to the point where we feel like we have the right songs. It's just going into the right studio and getting that perfect product, you know. So, but it's close, yeah.
Because you want to come out with something that you're like 100%, you know, no doubt
represents
this is
you.
exactly who I am. And so just kind of in that process of, you know, finding that, it's really fun and creative, but it also takes some time. So I feel like we're finally coming to that time where we're like, yeah, we know exactly what we're doing, and now it's just, you know, recording it and getting it out, which we've been doing. So
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to hear it.
We're excited.
Do you have some advice or thoughts for other young women who might want to follow in your footsteps?
I do have something. I think what I've learned being an artist is, you know, you're going to have people telling you, you know, oh, you know, you should maybe dress a certain way, or you should, you know, like sing a certain way, or you should do this, do that, you know, certain styles, you know. People try to kind of direct you, and there's a difference between like really constructive criticism, which is totally awesome to take, and it makes you better, and somebody trying to help you, and then somebody who's just maybe being mean. And so once you can kind of separate those, and I think you have to know yourself and do what feels right. At the Grammys a few nights ago, I noticed Sam Smith, when he accepted one of his awards, he was saying how a couple years ago his music wasn't working out because he was trying to be something that he wasn't, and when he really tried to just be himself, it all started working out. And I think that's really important. You have to trust your instinct and just be true to who you are. I think that's really important.
I think that's excellent advice. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your guitars and the gear that you use?
Yeah, so for acoustics, I always stay true to Martin. I love Martin guitars, just the sound is so rich and I love playing them. It's always been something that I play a lot. I have one at home that's an Eric Clapton Martin that I am in love with. I love it so much. And
I have a Martin too, yes, and we have Martins today. Yes,
So, yay,
lots of
Martin.
Martins. We love Martins.
Yeah.
How did you pick that Eric Clapton model?
Okay, so there's this shop that we have in Edmonton that we bought in a lot of guitars at, and I was really young when I got mine. Basically, you know, we were kind of thinking if this is something we're serious about, you know, you want to get one good guitar that's going to last you your whole life that you really love. So that was kind of our,
Your first, I think, real, like,
guitar was a different, it was my first real guitar. So I was, I think, like 11 11 years old, and so we went into the shop, and I was looking at this one guitar, and I basically was like, "That's a guitar. I love
You just knew.
it." And it was
Instant
small.
connection.
Yeah, and it was small, so it worked for me, and it still does. And I just remember playing it and just like the feel and the sound, and I was just like, "This sounds a lot better than the one I have at home." So I mean, this is amazing. And then now I still love it. So it's
You're
really
like
cool.
partners.
Yeah,
And we
it's
name
like-
our guitars.
We name our
What are,
guitars.
what are your guitars' names?
I'm gonna call this one.
You haven't named
I
it
haven't.
already?
No, not this one yet. But the ones at home are named.
Yeah.
So tell me the names of your guitars at home.
I called mine Lily. My very first kind of like actual like I'm doing this guitar. This is what I'm doing.
Empowering.
Yeah, I called
Yeah.
it Lily. I don't know why. It just felt right. And what did you call yours?
I had names for mine. I can't
Wasn't it
remember.
Madonna the
was-
Martin or
I had
something?
one named Madonna. I know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something
I don't
like
know how
that.
that got
I like
there,
how they have
but
girls' names. They're like,
Yeah, girl power.
they're your buddies.
yeah. I named my one of my electric guitars a guy's name, but I don't remember it. So I guess I'll
So
have to
you
remember
play
it.
electric too. Tell me about the guitar you play when you plug
play
in.
a Gibson, a Les Paul custom, and it's bright blue. So it's
It's like this powder
Yeah.
blue color. It's very pretty.
yeah, it's kind of girly but kind of edgy at the same time, and that's what
Yeah.
really captivated me when I was looking for guitars. So
And do you have
love
an
it.
amp that you like to use?
An amp, I love Marshall.
Yeah.
What?
I want to see you rock out.
Yeah. But I do use a Fender Blues Deluxe, which I also love as well. So those are kind of my two, really, really love them a lot. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.